This is Vineyard Blog. We are pulling into Vista Hills, the Treehouse Tasting Room. We're in the Dundee Hills AVA. We're peeking up to the top of this mountain, or hills as we speak. And this is my first time out here, so I'm super excited to check them out. They've been a huge partner of ours. We've done a lot of co-promotions together. They make some great wine. They're actually just adjacent to Domaine Serene, but Vista Hills is dead ahead, and we're going to go check out the treehouse. And this is Vista Hills. Tasting room's to the right. It's actually just down here. A little pond above the entrance to the treehouse, as they call it. And this is Vista Hills. Isn't this cute? Just more extension of the tasting room. As I like to say, it's the tree house. It's, the perfect view of the sky. And they actually do a lot of weddings here. And I guess this is them setting up for a wedding, I guess probably this weekend. So, nothing quite like a vineyard wedding. Okay. So in the distance, some of the older blocks. These are all 6 years. And they're continuing over the hills. And then down to the right, we have Pinot Gris, which is partially grafted into Pinot Noir. So it's just under 50 acres, under vine.
Yep. In the heart of the Dundee Hills.
Great.
So we produced 2 Pinot Gris in 2007.
Okay.
And this is one of them. This was the larger production of the 2. And this is all old vine fruit. And then we did another one that was just strictly young vine fruit. So this was about 440 cases, which is large for us, but by no means large for the valley.
Sure.
We're still pretty much boutique at this point. For 2008, we produced about 3,500 cases total production. Noir on the plate. This is our 2006 Treehouse Estate Pinot Noir. So this is our largest production Pinot at 440 cases. And this wine is a blend of 50% young vine fruit and 50% old vine fruit.
Okay.
Which one are these?
This one here. This is the last wine in the old label too.
As well as bowls, field
Reserve Pinot Noir. And this is actually the only wine that's not estate fruit. And this is a really unique relationship. Our owners and all of us are friends with the husband and wife who own this vineyard. And it's about a mile down the road from us.
Okay.
And it's really kind of a hobby vineyard for them.
Right.
They bought the property primarily to build a home. Had great soils, enough acreage, so they put in a few acres of Pinot Noir vines, and we're producing the wine and selling it under our label for them. And their vineyard's called Saga Hills. There might be enough in there, Mark. But
And this
if
was
not,
2007.
Yes, 2007.
Okay.
So we just released a couple of 2007s. This is the 2007 Piedmont Estate Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Really small production line. Only 50 cases were produced. All single vineyard block on this. Spent 16 months in oak, predominantly neutral oak, and a small percentage of new oak, all French. It's really elegant Pinot Noir. A lot richer by comparison to the Saga Hills. A lot more dark on this. A lot more texturing and layering. I think it's just generally a really nicely balanced Pinot Noir. Reserve Pinot Noir. So this is the 2006 Survivor Reserve.
Okay.
And we only produced 45 cases of this wine. And these vines were severely stressed by heat and also by voles. Voles are a rodent. They live in the vineyard normally.
Okay.
But they're also called field mice. But they usually don't bother the vines. But in 2006, we had an overpopulation of them. And so they came out looking for things to eat. And they actually chewed around the base of the vines in this one vineyard block. It was a 2.5 acre block. So severely stressing the vines, limiting the fruit production by probably 2/3.
Wow.
And the clusters that the vines did produce were really sad-looking little clusters. And this fruit was all under allocation to White Rose, our neighbors, who actually buy quite a bit of fruit from us.
Right.
And their winemaker, Greg Sanders, was like, oh, I don't want it. So his assistant winemaker said, I'll take it and I'll see what I can do with it. So he went out and harvested, and it hung late too, because Greg was just going to throw it away. So Jesus harvested it all and produced this really unique, ultra-concentrated Pinot Noir, but only 45 cases. And we named it the Survivor because the wine survived, but the vines did not. We had to rip out like the 2.5 acre block and replant the whole thing.
Oh, man. Can't wait to try it.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to wrap up here after doing the tasting up through the wines. And Stephanie's going to run us through just a little bit about Vista Hills and how they operate and what they do and what you should do if you're going to come visit.
Sure. Well, we are open daily from 12 to 5. And one of the things that makes us really unique as a winery, aside from being a boutique producer of premium Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris, is that 10% of all of our profits go to a family foundation called the Clint Foundation that helps working college and university students graduate. And the students have to work while they're in school, and then the money that they earn is then matched by the foundation and the university. And the only thing they have to do when they graduate is do something in kind for somebody else. And if you want to know more information about us, you can always go to our website, which is www.vistahillsvineyard.com, and see all of our wines available, and see some more information about us and our history, and where you can find us.
Great. Thank you very much for the tasting and the
Oh, you're
time.
welcome. Absolutely.
Pleasure to be up here.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.